Little Krishna's Cooling Song. Little Arjun was having a very difficult morning. He was trying to tie a string to his new paper kite, but the knots kept slipping. He felt a hot, prickly feeling rising in his chest. His face turned warm, and his hands began to shake. "I can't do it," he shouted, throwing the kite onto the grass. He felt like a tiny volcano ready to pop. Suddenly, a soft sound like a silver bell filled the air. A young boy with a gentle smile walked through the tall sunflowers. He wore a bright yellow cloth around his waist and a beautiful peacock feather tucked into his dark curls. It was little Krishna. He didn't look upset at all. He looked as calm as a summer breeze. Krishna sat down on a smooth, flat stone and patted the spot next to him. "The sun is bright, Arjun," Krishna said softly, "but your heart feels even hotter. When the fire of anger grows too big, it hides all the beautiful things around us. It makes our fingers clumsy and our thoughts cloudy." Krishna took Arjun by the hand and led him toward the sparkling Yamuna River. The water moved slowly, whispering secrets to the pebbles. "Look at the water, Arjun," Krishna whispered. "It doesn't fight the rocks. It simply flows around them, staying cool and clear. Let's find that coolness inside you." They reached a patch of pink lotus flowers floating on the surface. Arjun reached out to touch a petal. It was soft and dry, even though it lived in the middle of the river. "The lotus stays peaceful," Krishna said. "No matter how much the water splashes, the lotus remains still and beautiful. You can be like the lotus too." Krishna showed Arjun how to sit very still. "Take a deep breath," Krishna instructed. "Imagine you are smelling the sweetest jasmine flower in all of Vrindavan. Now, blow the breath out slowly, like you are trying to move a tiny feather without making it fly away." Arjun tried it, and the hot feeling in his chest began to fade. Krishna pulled a golden flute from his waistband and began to play a melody. The notes were like drops of honey floating through the trees. The birds stopped chirping to listen, and the wind seemed to settle into a quiet hum. Arjun felt his shoulders drop, and his heartbeat slow down to match the music. Arjun closed his eyes and listened. He didn't feel like a volcano anymore. He felt like the cool blue river. He realized that the kite wasn't the problem. It was just a piece of paper. He felt strong enough to be patient and kind enough to forgive himself for being angry. Krishna reached up and took the peacock feather from his hair. He leaned forward and tucked it behind Arjun's ear. "This is to remind you of the garden," Krishna said. "Whenever you feel the heat rising, remember the cooling water and the song of the flute. You have the peace of Vrindavan inside you always." When Arjun looked down at his kite again, he didn't feel like shouting. He picked up the string with steady hands and slowly tied a perfect knot. When he looked up to thank his friend, the garden was quiet. Krishna was gone, but the air still smelled of jasmine, and the peacock feather felt light and cool against Arjun's skin.